but it's a little bit. It can be a little bit harder and more awkward, which is, I guess, kind of weird. But maybe things that are harder and more awkward are more fun, James. I don't know. Either way, the T side can generally be a little bit favored, tiny bit favored. So it's just, yeah, as you say, it's just one of those, it's hard to call. You don't really care. But typically in the metagame, what you see in the pistol rounds for CTs is aggro play towards catwalk. We do not see that here. Because if you play 2 players long and it ends up being something towards B, the rotation time is savage.
Short smoke's down. So the T's, are they... Ooh! That was like almost straight in his head. Creeping up short. I like that smoke. That's another smoke you could do every round. As you saw NIP earlier smoking short on Mirage every round, you could do that short smoke every single round and then just walk, although the AWP to take pot shots. I'll get back to that a bit later on. OpTic are moving towards the A site now, and the headshots are coming the way of Cloud9, however, with the superior range on the pistols. Nafly is going to flank long. Nafly's been denied by Skidoodle. Skidoodle is trying to kill everyone in this round so far. He's got 2, there's 1 more to find. It's Stanislaw, he's got the P250, and he's going to get wrecked as well. I think all but one of those were headshots. Very nicely done indeed by the Cloud9 side. Yeah, if you smoke short every single round, then if you're quiet, the CTs will never know if you are straight up short or not. Although if they have an AWP in mid, then he can just fire through the smoke for free, and he'll probably kill someone if you are walking there. But it's something to be explored. It is something to be explored.
I like exploration.
I like smoke grenades down early on in rounds in the same place every round. I like that. And what is this?
Nice.
That's an even faster one. I respect that. I like the one that Daps did. I need to learn that one. The shadow of the lamp in the corner, then poking some barbed wire. In a way, it kind of reminds me of Egypt in that there's a lot of unfinished buildings.
But nice little play here though from OpTic. You can see that they definitely have this drill, essentially. Of course, they are going to get completely destroyed, but it was cool to see the drill there. The coordination, it was pretty tight. You had the fast, like the smokes and flashes, all of them for purpose. Smoke down on Xbox really fast to obscure the play a little bit. The walk in dark, pop flash close to the doors so you can get through the doors. Instant smoke down on CT to charge everyone into the B site from outside. That's cool. I mean, they constructed that play. Obviously, the result was pretty awful, but I don't care about the result.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
Ouch.
I'm gonna stop talking to
Damn.
James.
He got the dart gun down from range.
You got the what?
The darts gun.
Darts gun.
Yeah, the gun that fires darts.
Are you sure it fires darts?
Dart gun fires darts, Dan. Hence it being called a darts gun.
Isn't it an AWP?
Well, yes. I suppose it is.
What does an AWP fire?
Bullets, not darts.
Okay.
Do you expect me to continue to commentate now?
Well, we do have a set piece from the OpTic side just to get the bomb down, and actually they have Kevlar as well, so they can actually do a lot of damage here with these pistols. And Rush is going to make himself scarce right there after just peeking crossover, just back onto the side straight away. And the moment's down, and Cloud9 have to go for the full retake, but they do have long with 2 players, so the retake possibility is quite strong. It is a short plant, but I think that shouldn't be an issue here for Cloud9. Making their way in, they still have a superior weapon advantage, and in goes the spray. Nothing.
Nice.
With some good spray there. Lots of damage. Only picks up 1 kill there in the end, but
Not so nice.
But his teammates do the rest. And once again, we see a cat plant, but once again, there is no damage to the C9 economy, because last time, you remember as well, OpTic didn't get a single frag. In fact, did they even get a single frag at all, ever? No, they haven't gotten even a single kill. Everyone is killless right now. I was just thinking that, wait, the last round they didn't get a frag. But that was, oh my God, James. Everyone has survived for Cloud9 into round 4 without a death. The money is gonna be good. Let's see if they can continue the trend and for how long they can continue the trend. What is this position from? Oh, okay, right, he's in CT spawn. Just had to cursory glance at the minimap there. He is in a position that is quite common.
Okay. So, can OpTic get any kills, Dan?
Well, I mean, this is cool because for Cloud9 because they have kind of the one of the more optimals and one of the more safe setups where you have essentially, like, basically they're covered for the B split. That's the scariest thing. And the reason why you can give up presence on the A bomb site with that third player on A and have that third player in Shroud's position by CT spawn is because you've got the AWP on Skadoodle by Car, which is like a really, obviously, a very strong position. And you get a lot of info in Shroud's position if the T's are going for a push. So he can support fairly quickly, if required, onto the A site defense, so long as Skadoodle hits a shot or two. So we'll have to see if OpTic have those grenades, the flashbangs and the smokes, to stop Skadoodle getting the ability to shoot a shot. Because a lot of teams are missing that detail when they do their A push. That is one of the most important details right now for this A push. Skadoodle must be flashed or smoked off in some regard if they go for this A push.
Interesting that the bomb is moving over towards B now, on its own, no less. I wonder if...
Are they going to do a cat drop? Interesting.
Indeed, Rush is down and Shroud's going to take him out. So it seems it was a B split with a flank from A, but it's not working out here. They've got some kills though, only one so far. So they've got a kill. Mixwell will take nothing with him. So 2 kills on the board for OpTic. Welcome to the kill board. We'll see if they can make it onto the scoreboard a bit later on, as they may be on the eco at this point. It wouldn't really be worth forcing to try and do damage to the economy, because 2 kills in 4 rounds haven't done much damage to the economy to begin with.
Yeah, it was a really nice round though from OpTic. I really loved the idea of that one. It's the good old cat drop, where you put a lot of pressure onto A and then run back, drop it into mid.
Oh, nades!
But not working out
Flames.
too well.
Guns!
And yeah, just cleaning up the eco. Pretty easy for Cloud9.
Oh, Shroud's like a one-man ammunition shot down.
We got some deeks, some deagle action. 2 deeks left.
Deeks.
Can we get some more action here from these deeks?
When somebody is playing blue, from pits you can see their feet underneath blue, unless they stand close to the wall. You can raise up a little bit, and then you cannot necessarily be seen. Nerd facts with Bardolph.
5-0. Cloud9 still with only 2 deaths, or 3 deaths now.
3. It's increased 50% down since the previous round.
That's still somewhat ridiculous, to be honest. That is somewhat ridiculous.
So on the AKs, full AKs for the OpTic side, many nades to be had as well. What is Mixwell up to here? Just trying to find out where the Orpra is playing, perhaps, but no information as of yet. Skadoodle, though, is actually in mid, but now he's playing a more passive angle. He's playing the alternative angle through mid doors, or he was, and now he has made his exit following the boost to Shroud. OpTic are taking over the short area, but that is a very timely smoke grenade. However, they will push through it regardless. They have a flashbang coming in from a teammate. It was a high flashbang. If somebody was playing, I feel like if someone was playing in the corner next to the stairs, they may not have been flashed by that, although maybe they would. Difficult to say.
Looks like OpTic could be setting up a similar play, potentially, or they could just this time go with the smokes and flashes. And last time I said how important it was, if you do go and commit into A, that you get the flashes for Skadoodle. And so far he's okay, there are some flashes, but he still has a lot of vision. He didn't look down though, and a lot of players drop down towards CT, into the crossover to take him out, and Skadoodle there is going to falter. And this is the chance right now for C9, rather for OpTic to take a round away from C9 finally. They have an advantage. 2 versus 4 on this retake. 2 from Cat. That grenade does nothing. And Mixwell is anticipating an assailant from the catwalk area. Is he going to get the pop? There is one, and he spots the other one as well. Spray comes in. It's a bit wild, but it's down to Stewie now, 1 versus 3, as he's looking for these frags. But these T's are going to play this somewhat perfectly there, just holding back by long, and it's the 1 versus 1 for Rush that will seal the deal. And OpTic finally pull out. They got some kills, and actually a round as well.
They did. Welcome to the scoreboard, OpTic.
Nice.
Again, if you are just joining us, this is the last map of this best of 3. Currently 1-1 between Cloud9 and OpTic. Cloud9 winning the first map, Mirage, OpTic winning cash with quite the score. Although they didn't get off to the good start that they had on the previous map right now. But here we go. Cloud9 back on the max buy. Skadoodle on the AWP. Still no AWP on the OpTic side. And there'll be many men peeking over towards the B bomb site. Stewie's in trouble. Taking a long time to throw his Molotov out there. And he did indeed get rushed by the T's now. Although they're still kind of in the choke point for the time being. many Molotovs and nades coming in. Are the CTs willing to push just yet? They're still converging outside the B-bomb site, and the bomb has indeed been planted.
Good incendiary there to push one of the players out of position. Dap's actually on 28 HP. And you know, you said you had a molly for a position, or rather that would deal with Rush and Daps, who was by the bomb. But here comes the push from the CTs as they charge into the site. Trey's coming in a flurry there. Just Shroud left, 1 versus 2, spinning around wildly, but it's Daps to pick up the kill. And Daps, who was yet to frag previous to this round, has now got 4 kills and is top fragging with Nafly for his team.
Indeed, Slemy had a molly, and there is a molly which I made, which Molotov's default and double stack, which means essentially they have to jump on the platform or play underneath the window. So maybe if you're retaking, you can just run in and look towards door in the red box. I don't know. We'll have to see if it ends up being used by some players. But for the time being, OpTic have won their 2nd round in a row, and Cloud9 will be on their next and potentially final buy for the time being if they lose this. You can see the nades starting to disappear from the inventory of the CT side. Just a nerd fact, where Skadoodle is standing, it actually shows a shadow on the floor in CT spawn. So if Ts do have control of CT for some reason, they can see the shadow in that position. So he's going for the occasional peek, misses the snap though. I'm not sure if he legged Naf there. I think he might have. Maybe through the floor, I don't know, because he's only got 55 HP. But either way, Nafly's lost some health. And in reaction to losing short, Cloud9 going to start pushing towards B and try to converge over towards the A site sooner rather than later. Stanislaw is standing outside long at the moment, so he can turn into, well, let's see if he chooses to flank long, should the push be successful, or if he will be the man to stop the rotation through mid for the CTs. Nothing's actually moving in T-spawn as well with 3 low tunnel. Let's see what happens here.
A big push coming in. Skadoodle's got to deliver right now in this round for C9. He's the key player. 2 shots connected. That might just be enough damage here as we'll finally get the bomb planted for the T side. OpTic, only 2 players left though against the onslaught of Cloud9. It's going to be tough to defend here. Getting attacked there through the smoke. Awkward distance here for Mixwell. He can't really back away. He's going to jump straight through, and Stanislaw will catch a quick trade frag. 1 versus 2 though, caught with a nade in his hands. He's going to get eliminated, and the round will be picked up now by Cloud9, who are back to winning ways with a double ops into the next round as well. So that's going to be pretty awesome if you look at their money. Saving those 2 ops is handy, and OpTic themselves, they can fall by, I believe, due to Daps' insane economy, but not otherwise looking so happy are OpTic. And if you consider last map, where they basically 16-3'd Cloud9, this is quite a strange story.
Daps has bought 3 AKs for the team, so indeed, thanks to him, he and his team will be able to bring significant aggression to this round. Double AWPs for the CT side, as Dan mentioned. 3 towards long to secure it at the beginning of the round. They will leave Slemmy in the pit. You can see Skadoodle will be playing, he'll be playing towards the car position. So they're going to be playing 2B and 1 in the CT area. Skadoodle has full nades, so he can flash for his comrade on long, should they be required, but he's moved closer towards A for the time being, which will leave long a bit weaker. And he does indeed have 4 players on short at the moment. Not close, but he will need to be careful. Indeed, you can see the nades out for his team. And Shroud moving back towards A. So they're playing the kind of the CT spawn crossfire for the time being. The initial counter flash is coming in. And the execute, is it going to be, well, it seems OpTic have various variations, to use the word twice. We'll see which this one is. Skadoodle getting flashed repeatedly, and the bomb site is basically empty here. We've got Shroud on slope. He's going to take down 1. Nothing, and Slemmy coming in to put in more work, and it's Mixwell alone versus 4. Makes it 3. He's on fire as well. Nowhere to go for him, and he will fall once more. The double AWPs will continue into the following round, and Cloud9 will be the victor and reap the spoils.
Yeah, I mean, they're picking up more and more momentum, it would seem, and it's they look so much more comfortable. And you can imagine, so like, when you're in this position where you're playing with that stand-in, okay, you play a Mirage, it's going to look shaky. You play a Cache, it can look terrible. But when you come back to Dust 2, who doesn't feel comfortable playing Dust 2? I mean, if you're on the top level and have played for as long as these guys on Cloud9, all the setups are pretty worked out still. There's always innovation to be done, but it's pretty simple. Oh my god, Shroud going Shocks mode. Doing the Shock C, running straight up middle, finds himself a quick kill there. And he wants more, it would seem, as we are going to see Shroud just staying out there. And it's going to be good right now. Picking up another frag. In fact, the bomb is found. But of course, OpTic just going with a bit of a quasi in this round. And it's not looking... I'm wondering how OpTic are going to come back into this on the T side. I mean, Skadoodle's generally doing quite a good job towards the A side of the map here. And Cloud9 often have the setup, or have often been cognizant to have the setup where Shroud can drop into the CT spawn so that they can have crossfires, deal with B splits. Generally speaking, Cloud9 look pretty solid on their CT side right now. And I mean, OpTic have gone for a few executes and drills, but they haven't really been taking that much. I mean, they can get the bomb down, but they usually lose too many players in the process.
Well, we've got 3 Cloud9 players on long, 2 on the corner, while the counter flash is coming in from the CT side. 4 Ts, the entire team is here now. Only 1 CT's gone down. Daps is the only man alive. They've tried to contest long. The counter flashes were perfect. It is strong, as you said, Dan. Daps is the only man left for his team. It is a veritable massacre. The UN are on the way, Dan. Kofi Annan is in tears right now at what has just happened on long. What does he do? What does he do?
What to do? Yeah, it's pretty tough. I mean, at least he's not contained. He doesn't know that, though. I mean, you can kind of assume that he is, to some extent, contained. So he's going to be looking for a player as he starts to exit the doors back in towards the T-spawn area. And he's got a minute to play with, so there is time on his side as well. And is anyone spotting the cross here? I mean, we've got Stewie there with the AWP, but he's looking towards top mid, so he doesn't see this at all.
Oh, dear.
So we might be in for an embarrassing situation, potentially.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah.
Stewie should be able to hear all this random jumping. Perhaps trying to avoid getting headshot. I think he hears him now that he's closest to the corner of the car. Indeed, the movement from the team tells the story. So 2 Molotovs on the CT side and 3 smokes, but they have 1 man to kill. And they're all spread out in separate positions at the moment. Nothing's holding the window. Stewie is just holding apps. And nothing's Molotov actually would suggest that all the CTs are pushing from CT spawn, because Stewie had the angle where the Molotov was thrown. And the smoke will stop that from happening. Ninja defuse in a 3 versus 1 where nobody dies until afterwards.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's a 9-2 scoreline then, and I mean, Cloud9 don't seem to be really having too many problems, even on on some of the retakes they've had, many of which they have had in these these normal buy versus buys as we've seen, because there are the drills for OpTic, and when the drills don't work, when the pick-based play doesn't work, you can kind of easily be lost for options. And now Cloud9, with the momentum, we're seeing more than 1 round where they're getting the audacity to go for some of these pushes. I mean, Stewie's position here, snap, not able to find the frag there, but I mean, imagine if he had, that would have been a pretty huge play. But the fact that Cloud9 can take these plays, the fact that Stewie can get that shot for free is definitely scary. We've seen a lot of teams actually pop flashing down the stairs actually these days to stop frags like that going the way of the CTs. But and now Slemmy's pushed into the long doors. So that's good information going the way of Cloud9 early into the round. And now they're playing a little bit more safe, apart from Slemmy, who is in that forward position. Perhaps maybe arguably a little bit too greedy.
Yeah, well,
but,
he spotted the bomb. So we see a little bit of movement from Cloud9, a bit closer towards the A side, but things are a little bit weird here, and surely Skadoodle is going to go down. It's not really worth wallbanging through those with anything except a Deagle and an AWP. You have to be really lucky to get a penetration kill there with an AK-47.
He actually hit either Daps or Naf as well there. So he got a frag and a tag as well. When the molly comes in from Stewie, looking for the flicks himself. Rushes in that jump shot position. No! He's gonna die! He's burning alive, James!
Stewie with the Molotov on the site again. And Rush has been spotted. And Stewie's... Well, yes. you saw what happened. He went for the hero kill, but didn't quite make it, so he died.
This is a goddamn mess, this round, James. This is a goddamn mess.
Yeah. Well, down goes Daps on the site. And there are still smokes on the CT side, so I think the bomb's been planted for platform, where one of these two players is already posted up. But indeed, you can see the smokes here. But a nade's coming in! Down goes nothing, NBA style. Shroud coming in for the frag, not going to just wait for the smoke. No hero defuse from him. Rush has only got 4 HP, and he will get taken down. But can he find the bomb now? Indeed, he can. What a bizarre round.
That was such a mess from so many different points, but I love it. I love the mess, James. I love a good mess.
Those were some of the most unusual kills I've seen. To have them all together in one round as well, it's kind of hilarious. 10-2 in favor of Cloud9. Double ops continuing for them, as is the money.
Money. It's just a crime.
I like that Stanislaus doing his fast smoke on a buy round, not just the eco. But there's no movement, perhaps in fear of these AWPs, towards short.
Oh!
Well, there's that.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Not much you can do there. That's actually a pretty awful start to the round for Cloud9. Nothing's going to steal away the AWP though. And perhaps, you know, there's still something to be salvaged here. Obviously, OpTic haven't yet gotten any significant map control. So there is that going for Cloud9. So perhaps they could try to guess here. And they do have 3 players towards A, so they've shored up the A defense. And the B defense is somewhat lacking. So if they go B, rip Mr. Stewie. Or maybe it is his moment to shine, James, perhaps. Stewie
He's got a smoke on the flash down.
is going to try and kill them all. Oh my god, there's 4 players. Guys, there's 4.
And the 5th coming through the tunnel as well.
Ouch.
So Cloud9, they have 1 AWP, an M4, well 2 M4s, but 3 against 5 in the B-bomb site. They don't fancy it, quite unsurprisingly. Will the OpTic side hunt? That is the cue.
Indeed. I mean, it's a good idea from Cloud9. There is also argument to actually try to put 4 players towards A in that spot, or 4 players towards B, you know, just gamble on one of the bomb sites. But I like that they actually did give, you know, a player like Stewie a chance to kill a few and try to guarantee the save of the 3 weapons. But as far as the guarantee goes there, it's not so guaranteed at all. We'll see 1 of the 3 fall, the 3 chosen ones. Stewie, not the chosen one, he was the sacrifice, James. He was the sacrifice.
Indeed, Stewie was...
It's not part of the fellowship.
yeah.
He's like, oh, hold them off, guys.
He was burned at the stake, Dan.
Once you take the ring to Mordor, and then they get overrun. So they won't see the next movie. But Cloud9, they look like they could very well be closing this best of 3 with a 2-1. This advantage on the CT side is looking fantastic. OpTic finally, though, able to show something back with a pickup there. It's been so difficult, such a struggle, so arduous and laborious for them. And we're going to see the boost here. But meanwhile, over at Long, James, there is an occupation.
There is, Dan. They've put up tents and they're pooing on all the dark corners, Dan. It's a mess out there.
Putting up
and the
posters
CTs
as well.
have completely abandoned it. This is a smoke for slope. I was going to say short, Dan, but I would have been.
Yeah, because this is a smoke for
incorrect.
Islander now. So this
I throw a smoke for short there, but that one seems infinitely more useful. There's a flank coming in from T-Spawn from one of the CTs, as 2 of the others hold short. So it's going to be an interesting fight. That's a great Molotov to stop any plants from going down, and the Cs are forced to smoke as Daps only has 30 HP. The plant is the good plant for the Ts, or the bad plant if you are indeed a CT. Stewie has a smoke and he needs to hold on to that if this retake is going to be successful. And OpTic have a really good hold here, but Stanislaw is blind. He will get taken down by Slimmy. Traded though by Nafly, who is dueling with Stewie. Gets the HE in, and he's used the smoke to try and stave off the AWP, but he and his entire team have gone down, leaving nothing alone, wondering what could have been, what is, and what might be.
Do they have any money? C9? No, they are broke, and nothing is going to become dead.
He's going to become dead.
He's going to become death. I am become death.
Baby, I got your money, don't you worry, say hey. ODB, huh? ODB and Khalees. Let's go. Nothing with the M4. Rest of the team with nothing. see what I did there.
You've already done that. It was
I have.
as bad as the last time.
Oh, he's failed the flash, Dan. He has failed the flash, and he's failed the hold. He's just failed, Dan. And the bomb site is with OpTic. That flash could have been money, but instead it was complete poverty in terms of real estate for the CT side. That nade will do next to no damage despite landing in Skadoodle's face, but the others will. Blind, he will move into the site and be taken down. Mercy frags coming in here from OpTic in the last round of the first half.
Not looking too good for C9 here. So OpTic actually making a scoreline that they can work with. 5 rounds is pretty okay. It's not great. It doesn't suck, but it almost sucks, James. It's right on that line between sucks and not sucks. And they do give themselves an opportunity if they win that pistol round. Problem is though, on the CT side, getting that economy going can be quite rough to begin with. I mean, Cloud9 were able to establish it very fast. Will OpTic be able to do the same? It's all going to come down to that pistol round that we are going to see now. And also the next round due to the nature of force buys in America. So what will Cloud9 go with? What will OpTic go with? A lot of, again, CT sides in the meta, taking short with 2 players, as we see, is definitely the money play. Because you can hear the stepping on long if you're on catwalk where they are. You can also get some information, and if they do go for a fast speed play, your rotation is quick. So you kind of cover all your bases with the cat play. And OpTic might send Daps. Will they send Daps? Yes, Daps is the scout. They may never see him again. Here we go. He's going to push in towards the barrel there.
Daps, please.
He's going to miss all of his shots, and then he's going to die.
That's not what he wanted, Jim. Is it what he deserved? It probably is. So OpTic are getting wiped out. They're getting wiped off the map, Dan. They're like flies flying into one of those things in a butcher's shop. The bomb is down, but so are all the CTs, Dan. They're all dead.
Are dead.
They're all dead. And that is a failed pistol round, unfortunately, for OpTic. 6-round lead here for Cloud9 in the 3rd map of this best of 3. Now, what is the play from OpTic? It does not appear as though they will force it up, which makes me curious. Well, I suppose they're just going to proper eco and buy big in the rounds.
Ooh.
2 rounds after this one.
Good lineup, boys. Here we go. Flash in. Nothing was ready for it. The spray from the back 10, making that bank, making the paper. The Benjamins.
Nice.
The green. What else means money?
Making the coin, making the skrilla, making the moolah.
Moolah, moolah.
Making the change, making the paper.
Did you say coin? You said coin.
I did say coin, yes. Making the... I know you can't say like making the cattle, can you? Because they used to sell cows, right? They used to trade with cows and things in the back in the day. They probably still do in like India, you know, rural India, for example. I'll give you 2 cows if you give me this flip knife battle scarred.
Wow.
You have to add. I want 2 cows and a goat. No low balls. Thank you very much.
Well, it's another eco. Oh, all that sound. The dink sound. Look at Mixwell's position. He is completely screwed. This is just...
Ooh, looks like Cloud9 fancy a barbecue, Dan.
He is just incredibly dead. There's no other way to put it, really. He's just not for this world.
Well, he appears to be quite alive at the time being. A bit of shoulder peeking going on.
He might as well be dead.
Now the barbecue is surely going to be real. Finished off. This is brutal, Dan. This is brutal. Death by paper cuts here for OpTic. Do we need to be careful not to run out of bullets?
Like shooting fish in a barrel.
I sincerely hope nobody's ever done that.
I'm sure they have.
I hope not. OpTic was a big buy now. Mixwell with the AWP, 4 M4s, nades, diffuse kits, everything they could want.
Except rounds.
Well, except rounds, yeah. They've all got stock pistols as well, so perhaps, you know, a 5.7 may have been desired. But there we go. No connection for Skadoodle through mid. And now Shroud doing the freakazoid, because he used to do this. Oh, Caesar Shadow as well, and Stanislaw has no idea, Dan. Down he goes. Shroud with a bit of a pre-fire in case somebody was peeking from A, but the early frag is theirs.
This is one of the scary things because, talking about scary things, Rush with the punish. That's so cool because Obviously, Rush takes a massive risk by doing this, but being down so early, man, in the early stages of the round, I think that you can more than justify taking a risk like that with the info that he had. Well played to Rush. It's going to level out the disadvantage slightly, but how much is it mitigated? Of course, 4 versus 4. It's still favorable for the T's, but I have to say I love that timing from Shroud because a lot of, CTs, especially if they're really scared to lose rounds, they're not going to challenge mid with an AWP, which gives Shroud license to just run down there because he's covered by his teammate as well.
Yeah, that's an older Cloud9 strat. Sean Gayers used to send Freakazoid and Shroud down there through mid doors like wild dogs, and it's worked out in this round. Dapso has a good opportunity to play around the smoke. Information for his team. Going for the 2-man spray down, still alive here. Could stand in the smoke, but I think there's a bit of pre-fire going on. He will finally go down. Bomb hasn't been planted yet. And you can see Mixwell's waiting for the cross.
There's no native for the T's. They can't block off vision at the very least. That's something that can help out Rush and Mixwell.
Surely not, surely not. I think Rush has got to go for this now. He's got the kit, he's got time. He can use the smoke to help him make his way into the site. Oh, goes for the pre-fire on Skadoodle. He's lucky to stay alive here. Skadoodle plus Shroud, if you add up their health, it would be more than 100, but this is very doable for the team. The hero diffuse doesn't come in. Skadoodle gets taken down. He has to hold it. He has to hold it. He can't win otherwise. Just hold it. Be the hero.
Oh, I think he's got it. Oh, it's so close. Oh, okay, about a second away. But never mind. Close enough in my book.
That was a very good effort by Rush. I wanted to see the hero hold, but he was not the hero that I needed. So, 9 rounds behind are the OpTic side now. We have the 5 AKs onto the Cloud9 side, and Molotovs, flashbangs, HEs, the lot, the smorgasbords. All the bits and bobs. So, going for an early aggression towards long here, and OpTic are on the eco, but they've taken down 2 Cloud9 plays, and they've picked up 2 M4s. Nafly 4 HP, Mixwell on around 50. Stewie's position, though, could be very strong indeed. These plays don't have armor. He could cut them down like pigs going through bone like butter.
Oh, that snatch reference game. Boom. I thought my mic was not working, so apologies for saying random things. Anyway, we do have a pretty unwinnable situation if it's Dats and Naf. I appreciate the snatch reference. Did you see that that video? It's called Snatch Wars, where basically somebody got the Star Wars movie, A New Hope, I believe it was, and basically just dubbed the entire thing with Snatch.
I have not seen
Snatch
that.
quotes. It's pretty brilliant.
I shall peruse a bit later on.
Yeah, I got to show that to you. It is fantastic. Well, looks like Cloud9 will be going to match points in this best of 3.
You were correct, Dan.
Nice for them.
You were correct. That's the good thing about saving in pit, is that
everything comes to you like you are.
Indeed.
Like you are, in fact, a Jedi.
Like you are.
The Force pull.
What's that guy?
It's like, come to me.
What's that guy? Who's the bad guy from 300? All the piercings. You will see them. Xerxes.
Xerxes, yeah.
Yes. Anyway, 10 match points for Cloud9. OpTic back on the buy. They have been to the shop. They got their Louboutins. But will it be enough?
Got the what?
It's just a random brand, Dan.
Okay.
Worry not.
Okay, good. Never heard of that. Okay, here we go. The peaks. Will there be a flash with Shroud's peak? Or will Shroud just hold the angle?
Oh, what is that? Are you serious?
The
Please.
raw peak.
Please.
The peak is dry.
You can't do this, Shroud. You can't do this. You can't peek an AWP like that. That's disgusting.
It's Shroudy. Them dry peaks, though.
Man, that's dry. It's dry like elephant skin, Dan. It's pretty damn dry. Moving on to short the Cloud9 side. Nothing is lurking, looking to flank the long players once his team breach. Sorry, and nothing is not on long. It is indeed Shroud, who wrecked Mixwell. Mixwell is probably still recovering from that headshot, and maybe for a while, unless Nafly can hold short here. We might see the cat jump from the T-tip, but Nafly gonna pop Slemmy, and this is a good hold so far from OpTic. Stroud and Skadoodle remaining, and they have abandoned ship. Mutiny.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they can do here. There's no time. That is the major issue here. There is no time. So you're in a spot where, okay, do you kind of try to just back away to a save, or how do you play this? I think that's pretty much the only play in this position, and it does seem to be what they're doing, just hanging out, hanging together.
Hanging with the boys. We them boys. Do you think they said that?
No.
Now, once, I think when Cloud9 were last boot camping in the Face It office, Nothing told Skadoodle to give him a beat, right? And Skadoodle started beatboxing.
Oh, right.
Which I never thought I'd see Skadoodle beatboxing, and then Nothing was rapping. This is just a thing that just happened completely randomly. I thought people at home should know that. Skadoodle is a beatboxer on demand for Nothing. So he is flashing in and looking to peek the angle, but there's a delayed peek from the CTs, and he was just a bit early on the pre-fire there. Getting a kill when you're blind as an AWPer is indeed satisfying when holding an angle, but today was not his day, although it might be overall. It's about winning the war rather than the battle, Dan.
It is, indeed. And I hope Valve don't make a Skadoodle beatboxing video now, as they did Michael. We will see. Time will tell. Now we have some grenades being exchanged early on here. The crossfire in middle from the CTs will definitely help them against any aggression in towards the middle area. But Cloud9 have yet to even pop flash into that closed door position. Although here is a flash. Now are they gonna? Oh, sorry. Oh, it's actually a smoke grenade. Okay, they're gonna smoke off Stanislaw there over towards the B side of the crossfire there. As Cloud9 slowly make their way up catwalk now, looking to get the A split going. OpTic don't really know what's going on, but they are starting to rotate players back on towards the A site, so they probably have an inkling as to what's happening. Hearing a lot of stepping towards catwalk, and now the paranoia is rife amongst the ranks of the OpTic side as they try to scramble to a defense. Great flick there from Mixwell, pulling out the weapon, covered though by rushes from Pit. Good situation here for OpTic. 5 versus 3 is now Cloud9 have been cut down to players just moving in from the single avenue that is catwalk, and it is not happening here. The bomb cannot even be planted. Skadoodle is done for if he goes for this. He's going to try to get out of there, but of course there is someone. He just saw them at the corner of his eye there. Pulls out the ult for the hip shots, but he's not going to connect to save himself. Dabs picks up the frag, and OpTic keep their head above water, but
it was almost like they were led into a trap, the Cloud9 side. Especially with the nice crossfire on long. They were allowed to push up short, and they were executed for trespassing. Very nice stuff, and that will put Cloud9 on the eco, having been wiped out in the previous round. A few grenades, well, a reasonable amount of grenades actually, on the T side here. 2 players top mid. I do wonder what their plan is with the 3 who are in the B bomb site. So not a whole lot we can expect here from Cloud9. OpTic still 8 rounds behind their opponents. The bomb is just camping outside B at present. Seems mid to B play may be the order of the day, Dan.
Perhaps. It's just a very passive hold now from Cloud9 as they look for the timing, and I think the time is now. The time is now. Oh, they actually have a lurk in Stewie. He's in CT spawn with the AK. Okay, he's dead now. We get the push in from Stanislaw as he gets flashed out. He does get a kill there, but before going down. This is actually getting quite painful here. Shroud picking up the kill onto Daps, and that's going to be a 2 versus 2 all of a sudden. Nothing picks up an AWP. This just got very interesting indeed. This is actually a winnable round right now for Cloud9 as the bomb is planted here by Shroud. And I love the ragdolls in this game. Just a random face plant there. Why not? Shroud versus 2, and they come. He pulls out the deagle, of course he does. Snaps the first player. Rush is dead. Down to Mixwell.
I think he's trying to bait the push with the deagle by spamming all the bullets there and pulling the M4 out. Nice idea, but Mixwell doesn't fall for it. Orps him afterwards. OpTic survive for now. 7 rounds behind now. Still a long way for them to go. The Cloud9 plant will be good for their economy.
Looking like William Shatner there.
I was?
It's all broken up like that.
Oh, yeah.
And unsure of yourself.
Disheveled mess. Right, so it's OpTic's next test, of which they will have many if they continue to pass. Chewy into long, very quickly sprays Rushdown as Mixwell to contend with, and it is a signature flashbang coming through. Down goes Nafly, but has he seen Mixwell? He's seen him now, and it will be the last thing he does see in this round.
Yeah, looking pretty problematic for OpTic, 4 versus 3. And they're kind of out of position right now. Stanislaus is going to go for it. He's going in straight through the smoke there. They're lining up for him, but he can't get a single frag. The damage is very good, but they need frags, not damage right now. Or I mean, who is going to convert here? Daps is looking to do so. Gets the spray in there. Only a single kill. Everything is down now to Mixwell, and he will be shut down. And that is it. 16-8. Cloud9 win the best of 3. It was a tumultuous series. They have just come off of a cache where they were the ones being wrecked, and now they themselves have done the wrecking after a first map being very, very close and being anyone's. So very interesting series between the two sides, I should say.
Yeah, I think Cloud9's leads was just, I think, was it 10-2 in the first half? I want to say.
Something, yeah, yeah, I think so.
Looking at the scoreboard there, I think they just ran away with the first half. And they ran far too far away, and then they couldn't catch up, basically.
That's brilliant.
Because they continue to run.
Please tell me more about running, James.
I think I've told you quite enough, Dan.
Okay. All right. Well, here are some clips of some hot action from the Dust 2 match.
Not just any action,
we just saw.
but action which is high in temperature.
It's high temperature, yes. What do you think about this?
Where was that crazy? Oh, this must be the crazy round. Yeah, well, that was part of it, I think. Where we had the 2 HE kills as well, the flames, everything. Yeah, I mean, here we are at 8-2, moving to 9-2, and then it will ultimately be 10-2, as you can see. Like I'm a prophet. So, yeah, an 8-round disadvantage there. They just weren't able to catch up to it. So, you know, I mean, looking at Slemmy's first best of 3 with Cloud9, it's hard to really gauge, well, we can't really gauge anything from it because he's presumably had basically no practice with them. So I look forward to seeing how it goes. And also what happens to Without a Room, losing Slemmy there, how will they replace him, etc. That's
kind of a brutal move after just kind of qualifying for the ECS. It's like when Sean Gers was, when he moved on from Cloud9, they just left there like, well then, that's great. Now we're kind of screwed. We lost our in-game leader, the guy who basically studied up the most on all the teams, on how we should play, create our structure. He's gone now.
Indeed, he was. Over to Echo Fox. So that'll bring that match to a close. We have one more coming up for you in about 10 minutes. So quick time for a short break, and we'll be back with the second and last best of 3 here for the North American portion of the show. See you in about 10 minutes.